in the United States, 1 in 12 homes sell annually, right? And so we'll walk them through. Everybody comes in saying they want to make 6 figures a year. So we'll walk them through that. Technically, and after splits and stuff, it's 200 people that they want in their SOI. So the way we do it is week 1, 100 people in their SOI. By the end of 30 days, I want it to be 200 people. Those 200 people in their team agreement is who they leave with. Anybody they submit within that first 30 days are theirs. They leave, they're that. After that, if they're in the database, there are leads, right? And so we're encouraging them to go in, but they add them, then we'll start putting them into our marketing campaigns of help them generate some business. Immediate business is this. In our world, which we've been in business for a long time, so we do have old leads that are like, that, I mean, I'm sure this is like a lot of teams that it's almost like we call it the pond, but it's just the fact that we've had agents leave and not take care of the leads, and there's been a surplus of them. So we give them access to the pond after we give them the 40 leads, and then we give them access to the pond at that week 2. They can only pull at one time. We have the lead routing rules. They can only have 100 leads, period. So if they're going to take one, they have to give it back or whatnot. But the immediate business, we're teaching them, go fishing in the pond, go do an open house, like get out there and do the open house, reach out to your SOI. So we want them actually reaching out to 100 of their SOI that first week. They cannot go on lead flow. We put them on lead flow on week 2, at the end of week 2. They cannot go on lead flow if they didn't have 100 conversations a week. Like if they weren't willing to do the activities, we're not putting them on lead flow. And then from there, we're teaching them to use social media as well. Social media is like a free commercial. And I can't tell you how many deals we get from social media of them just even putting it out there. So this is the one thing I will say, Jeremiah, is every agent's different. So I have some agents that love to be on the phones and they're on the dialers, and I have others that are scared out of their mind of it. And I have some that love open houses and others that are like, no, thank you. So we teach them that they have to have 4 legs of their stool. So their business is like a chair, and they need to have 4 things that they are going to be the experts at. And whether that's online lead conversion, maybe it's their SOI. And when we say their SOI, it's not, hey, I'm going to put my SOI in your database. It's like, hey, I'm going to, here's my SOI, and here's the top 30 people I'm going to, or 50 people I'm going to really build this relationship with and provide value. Maybe it's open house. If it's open house, it's not, oh, I'm going to do an open house once a month. It's, I'm going to do an open house at least once a week, maybe twice a week, right? And if it's social media, hey, I'm going to post to social media 6 times a day, not 6 times in a month, right? So whatever they're going to choose is then what we hold them accountable to, of helping them get trained on it, but also hold them accountable to their activities.
That's great. And I think that's the key, that the key word is activities, right? Too many agents think, oh, I added my Sphere to my CRM. I sent out an email blast. And what I hear you saying is, oh, no, like you are connecting with these people. You are talking to them. You're not just uploading them.
Stop spamming your SOI. If I could give one piece of advice to everybody on here, stop spamming your SOI. Like, stop making your SOI feel like they're just another person. Like, your SOI doesn't care about you're just listed and you're just sold and you're random. I mean, how many of you guys get the emails from the lenders right now that you're like, it's the same email that comes from like 5 lenders, you know? So it's one of those, it's like, just don't be that person. Like, yes, you can have your database on a drip or whatever, but your SOI, provide value to them, create a relationship with them, make them feel special. This is an interesting fact, and I'm not proud of it, but we do have a lot of lead sources, right? Well, we've been doing an audit of our database and like, how can we get our conversions up? Because if we can get our lead conversion up, then it's just extra profit at this point, right? So we've been going through 70% of the leads that we're getting coming in through all of our different lead sources are already in our database. We already have them in our database from somebody's SOI, whether they inquired another website, whatever it is. But what does that tell me? We have done a horrible job of providing value and keeping a relationship. And so they're going somewhere else to look for homes, or they're not thinking of my agent or myself for that business. And so I would just say, like, if you want to really, and Chris, you literally made this post, and I was like, yes, yes, and yes, right? Like, go and provide that value to the people that know, like, and trust you. It's a little bit more work, but at the end of the day, there's a return there as well.